This is Osmali. So basically, today I'm doing a presentation on Inside Days. It's not a free video lesson for you. I think I might be using this format actually, but it's only the beginning of what we're building together here. So the format might change, just but I'm really open to suggestions from everyone. But for the best format that helps you learn, because at the end of the day, this is not about me just making videos for you. It's about you telling me what you want, you know, what you want me to teach, how you want me to teach it to you, so that I can tailor it best. So, okay, the topic is Inside Days. Inside Days are basically used as a as basically an indication, a higher time frame signal to show that there might be a trade of consolidation happening on a lower time frame. Let me make an example. But the points we'll go through is what is an inside day, how to spot one, appearance on lower time frames, precaution, and just some advice. So an inside day is a chart candle feature whereby the high and low of the current day are contained within the high and low of the previous day. This feature indicates a slow or stop in momentum, represented clearly by a period of consolidation, which will then lead into a breakout. Basically, as it says, an inside day is just a feature where today the highest point of the current day and the lowest point of the current day are within the levels of the highest point and the lowest point of the previous day. That's as simply as I can put it. And this on lower time frames, this will be represented as a period of consolidation, because price is neither moving higher nor is it moving lower. You understand? So which means it's moving within a range, which is consolidation. Now, how to spot one is easy. Basically, you want to see a candle, right? A pair of candles. The first candle must be larger than the second candle, right? So basically, the second candle, as you can see here in the red box, is smaller than the black candle. But more important than that, you'll see that in the first black candle, the two spikes, right? Uh, the two, sorry about that. The two spikes are higher and lower than the two spikes on the white candle. Now, as you can see, this is the H4, but then it'll look exactly the same on the day one charts, right? On the daily chart, because that is the charts that we need to use to look for this. Since each candle represents a day, you're able to see inside days much easier, right? So, for example, we can see in that second day within the gray box that the high and low of that day is actually quite far away from the high and low of the previous day. And just like I explained in the previous slide, this is an inside day. So once you've spotted this on the daily chart, you will know that okay, then there must be consolidation happening on the lower time frame. And it helps if even uh, the body of the second day is smaller, just to add to that confirmation. Now, appearance on lower time frames. Okay, now in this example, basically you see that in this day over here, right, there's the highest point, sorry, there's the lowest point, and there's the highest point. But when you move on to this day, you see that both the highest points of this day, well, over here it's a bit overlapping, but for the point of uh, for the purpose of this presentation, I'm sure you understand what I mean when I say that this day here, the highest points of this day and the lowest points are both within the highest point and the lowest point of the previous day. You can see that. Now, this is what would be represented by that black candle, and this is what would be represented by that white candle. So this is what we can define as consolidation, because it's neither making a new high nor is it making a new low. It's just within that, within that range. And it only breaks out at this point here, where it actually breaks out of this, as you can see on this price line, and forms an information before dropping again. Now, some advice for this is that you need to check previous chart movement. Now, in the next video, I will be basically going into deeper into how to actually trade the actual consolidation, right? This video is just basically another short one, just to show you what an inside day is specifically, right? And there is more to inside days, which I will be discussing as we go on with this. But my advice to you is that you should check the previous chart movement. For example, if the inside day is followed by a long drop, right, and consolidation, you know that most likely it'll continue down in that path because of that momentum. It moves, holds that level, then the pressure just pushes, and when it breaks out, you know that that's another point of confirmation that you have, especially if maybe you have a bullish flag, and it's been rising, then you know that okay, most likely it will keep rising. You know what I mean? So yeah, and as of risk reward, um, that's also something to keep simple. It's just make sure that your risk reward ratio does not exceed. I mean, it's not below 1:2, because then what happens is you end up making losses that, even though they are proportional to your winners, your account goes nowhere. While if you were using a risk reward ratio of 1:3, for example, you know that even if your losses are more than your winners, you still make a profit. You understand? So it's just that about price management. But this here is just a start. It's just to give you a taste, in a way, because I will be going into more depth within these free video lessons, and I will go into even a deeper detail in actually detailing how to build a system and actually trade a system in my paid video lessons, in my paid course. So yeah, thank you for watching.